Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk, but I'm
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here, and better late than never, I guess I should say. So welcome back to the Reusable Space Program. I believe this is episode 27, and we are currently on the surface of Duna, standing on a rock, and I'm here by myself. I don't have any guest with me. I had wanted to have a guest for this episode, which is why I'm kind of behind, because I was trying to make it happen, and it didn't happen, so I'm just doing it by myself. But that's not the whole reason I'm late. Mainly it's because I am been very busy. I started a new full-time job I guess a month and a half ago, and I have also a lot of other jobs. Let me just put it this way. I am a musician, and that means that I have a lot of performance obligations that I had before I started my full-time job, so that has made me very busy. But anyway, we are running back to the Duna surface base, and I believe ShaggyB has named this area of Duna the Nether region, and that's where we are. So this is the Nether surface base. It's close by the big canyon area on Duna. Glitching into the planet a little bit. But anyway, yeah. So that is our Duna surface base. And anyway, back into orbit of Duna, the space truck is coming in to dock with the Duna space station. So it is bringing in the last pieces that we need to get the space station operational, which is a large RCS tank. Well, it's actually just an RCS tank with 4 units on it, and a large liquid fuel tank, because I discovered that most of the ships in the Duna system just need liquid fuel because they're all using the nuclear engines, and the other fuel tanks just aren't really cutting it, and I really need to just fill one of these big liquid fuel tanks up at the main Duna station, and that's really what needs to happen. So once these 2 tanks are connected, the station will pretty much be complete, although I do need to add some more docking ports, because it is kind of crowded there, which we will see here in just a few moments once we dock with the station. But hey, I actually haven't done a commentary on one of these videos in months, because I recorded a lot over the summer, and I was about 7 videos ahead. I think it's actually been a month since me and ShaggyB recorded last week's episode. But we recorded it, and I uploaded it almost a month ago. Maybe 3 weeks ago. It's been a while. But here we are at the station. As you can see, there are a lot of ships there right now. what is there. Jebediah's ship, the Liberator, is currently there. The space van is there. There is the SUV craft, which actually needs to travel to the Ike Station. The tanker is there at the moment. And I think I'm just going to dock to the back of that. Also, this, I believe, on the other side of the station is the space bus. And also the surface landing craft, which has yet to actually do a surface landing because it was waiting for there to be a surface base. This little space tug now is going to go and connect to the end of the RCS tanks on the space truck. And the whole point of this little tug is just so the big spaceships don't really have to do a lot of the small construction project docking maneuvers. Although I'm going to probably have to use something else because that large liquid tank has the large docking ports on both ends and the little space tug can't connect to it. So I think at this point, let's see. Hopefully my docking ports aren't stuck. I've had a lot of stuck docking ports. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Let's just get all this fuel transferred first. And then see what we can do. So I end up spending a lot of time just transferring fuel around, and I'm going to speed this up like more than 4 times. Normally I don't do over 4 times, but the fuel transfer, it takes a while. I didn't realize at the regular speed how much the space station was tumbling, and yeah, I can really, like, this is, I think this is like 8 or 16 times sped up. So, yeah. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I want to get the space truck completely fueled. I need to get all the fuel off of the tanker except for what it needs to get back to Ike. And probably what happened right here while everything's just rotating and nothing's transferring and everything's just sitting there is I probably got up and did something and just left everything, you know, just sitting here rotating in orbit. And hey, while we're here, let's talk about Starship news. So I guess the big thing is it seems to be ready to launch. At least that's what SpaceX said, that they're ready to go. The FAA says you're not quite ready yet. They did stack Ship 25 on Booster 9, and we had a full stack for a while. This being a little bit taller than the last full stack made it the largest rocket ever stacked on a launch pad. But a couple days ago, it was destacked, and Ship 25 is now beside the launch pad, presumably waiting for the FAA to give the go-ahead, which, from what I understand, is about 3 weeks away, at least. Here we are. All right. Now that that's all taken care of, we can undock. I don't remember if I went in and fixed the docking issue, or if for some reason, I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to take this to the other side of the station. And I have reasons for doing this. And just trying to visually line everything up and keep it moving kind of in the direction I want to go. And I'm actually doing this visually and with the nav ball. So what I'm really trying to do is I need that little yellow marker to be going away from where I think I need to go, and that's kind of how I figure out which direction I need to go. But either way, that RCS tank is now docked. I can't use the little tug because of the large docking ports on both sides of the liquid fuel tank. So the space truck is actually going to do this docking maneuver. Okay, I'm going to switch my control to that docking port, and I believe I already have my target set, and I get everything, like, I'm pretty well lined up here, and about here I'm like, maybe those solar panels need to, like, be retracted. I might want to retract those solar panels, and I very, very quickly do that. Which was good, because I probably would have hit them and broken them, and that would not have been my finest moment. And now that I am docked, I can do my favorite thing in the world, and that is transfer fuel. I just need to fill up all the tanks for the space truck. And then once that's done, the space truck is actually going to undock and head back to Kerbin. So I'm probably going to adjust the orbit of the space truck just a little bit. I kind of want to get it a little bit far away. So the space truck on its own has about 3,300 delta V, which that's enough to probably get to Eve or Duna or back to Kerbin. Now, one of the... let's get a flyby. There we go. One of the mission parameters for the space trucks is they cannot deliver anything to a system that does not have the capacity to refuel it. So basically, I'm not going to send it to any system I haven't already started developing. I got it in roughly a 200 kilometer orbit, but I also want to send the space van back once it gets its crew transferred over, because the space van's mission is to carry crew back and forth from Duna to Kerbin. And basically everybody's point of entry into the Duna system will be the space station via the space van, and once they're here on the station, they can be routed to wherever else they need to go. They can take the space bus to Ike Station. They can take the lander craft to the surface base. And I don't have a surface base on Ike yet, and that will be one of the next things the space bus is, or not space bus, the space truck will probably deliver back here. Will be a surface base for Ike, and actually a couple more surface bases for Duna. So I'll go ahead and get the transfer windows back to Kerbin set up. I need to fix the names. And let's get a rendezvous set up for the space truck. And I know I'm using Maneuver Planner, and it's kind of cheating. And yes, I could do it without the Maneuver Planner, but I just wanted to get the maneuver in there so I could put an alarm on it. And did I mention how busy I am? That's the main thing. But now that we have fuel transferred from the tanker, it's time to send it back to Ike. And let's go ahead and get the Ike encounter set up. And go ahead and send the space tanker, which I should call it by its name, the Nostromo. And it is on its way. It has a remarkable amount of Delta V if it is full. Although I will probably not be using nearly as much oxidizer as it doesn't need any. And I have too much oxidizer at Duna Station right now. And I don't think anything in orbit of Ike actually uses oxidizer. I take that back. The mining craft does use oxidizer to land. And the surface landing craft in Duna will also use oxidizer, but not that much. In reality, I'm going to be mostly making and transferring liquid fuel and RCS, because I have been running low on RCS. So I will need to fix that. But we're at, did I say he? Hey, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, whatever. Hey, we're at Ike Station. And this is where we really need some extra docking ports and also some extra crew modules. The SUV craft will eventually dock here, and it will kind of live here because it'll be the main transportation between the surface and the Ike Space Station. Although it's really overkill for landing on Ike. Landing on Ike is more of a you point towards the surface and thrust towards the surface of Ike. It really doesn't take that much delta V to land. And, I will be getting some more on the 100 subscriber special. I hope this week, but I'm not going to promise that because things have been kind of crazy and I'm still really crazy busy. But hey, thanks for watching, and I promise I haven't stopped. I've just been busy. So check out our other stuff because we still got that going. And yeah, hey, it's almost Halloween. See you guys later. Good night.